My name is Naomi Kelly, and I'm the City Administrator for the City and County of San Francisco. It is my honor to be here today. We are finally in the home stretch of seeing this Moscone Expansion Project completed. So it's my honor because I am with two of the departments that oversee this project, the Convention and Facilities and Department of Public Works, all report up to the City Administrator. And also, as we have a representative on the Tourism Improvement District, which was very instrumental in forming with the hotel community and SF Travel to create this district that provided the self-assessment that's paid for by the visitors of San Francisco to finance this project. And it's very important to the city in San Francisco. It's an economic engine, and we're very happy to be here today for this topping out ceremony. When I look at the crowd today, we will be doing the finishing touches and signing this beam later on once we get through this program, and we'll be able to put our signatures on it, all of us. Get the fattest pen out there so you can write your name in big, so it can be like John Hancock, so that we know one day you can tell your family and friends that your signature is in this building. And so up next, I'd like to introduce our mayor, Mark Farrell, to give a few words.
Thank you, Naomi, and good morning, everybody. I am incredibly excited to be here today. As someone who remembers Moscone Center being constructed over 30 years ago, was a child here in San Francisco to celebrate now the topping off of the new and improved Moscone Center. It's an incredible honor to be here. You know, what we are doing here today is celebrating an event that will keep San Francisco at the forefront for conventions, for visitors, for our tourism industry. And again, over 30 years ago, this center was constructed. And to think about what it has meant for our economy here in San Francisco, for our businesses, large and small, is truly incredible. And what we're here today celebrating, in my mind, is the future of San Francisco. This is the future. Just look around you. Just look at all of the construction that is happening, all the crews that are working as we speak right now. We had a choice. Moscone Center, as the years went on, was getting smaller compared to the conventions that were coming to San Francisco, smaller compared to some of the conventions that were being diverted to other cities. And we had a choice, and we decided to make the investment. The voters decided to make the investment in a new Moscone Center. So what we're doing today is celebrating the future of San Francisco, the future of our workforce, the future of our economy, the future of our tourism industry, the future of our city, and that is exactly what we should be doing. This new Moscone Center is expanding our convention space by over 21%, which is unbelievable. The technology that is going to exist within these walls, and I had a chance to see a preview of that, is unbelievable. Will make truly for a 21st century experience. You think about the streetscape and the sidewalk improvements that will be happening for pedestrians that will finally be able to once again walk through this street just by the end of this year is going to be unbelievable. And we did this as well. We are going to be the highest LEED certified convention center in the entire country, which is something incredible. And please give a round of applause for everybody who made that happen. We have on-site water capture and treatment. We're going to have the biggest solar installation in the city of San Francisco. And this entire Moscone Center will be zero emissions, which is an unbelievable feat for a project this size. You know, last year Moscone Center held 39 events and attracted over 500,000 visitors to the city of San Francisco during construction. Imagine what this is going to do in 2019. This is a project that will be delivered on time and on budget, and I'm going to hold people to that during my time as mayor. Mohammed is closing his ears, but we'll have a chat later today. But really what I would like to do more than anything is thank all the people that have been involved in this project for so many years. So first of all, to Naomi Kelly and the entire city administrator's office, thank you, Naomi, for your leadership. Please give them a round of applause. To Mohammed Nuru and the entire Department of Public Works teams, Mohammed, for your leadership, thank you so much. To all of our partners in this effort, and there were so many. First of all, Joe D'Alessandro's here from San Francisco Travel. Thank you, Joe, and SF Travel. Thank you to the entire Board of Supervisors. Supervisor Asha Safai is here. Thank you for all of your support. To the Moscone Expansion District, this has truly been a collaborative effort together, and I know how much work so many people have put into it, so thank you for all of your hard work. To WebCore and all the subcontractors, thank you for all of your hard work in making this happen here today. To our architects, Skidmore, Owings, and Merrill, as well as Mark Cavanieri, who was the architect here. Thank you for all of your work. And really, I would like to thank, and I want a huge round of applause for the men and women that come to work here every single day. Those that are back here behind us with our hard hats and our vests, thank you. Thank you for what you do. I know this has been years in the making. As we talked to some folks earlier, this has been a baby for many people for many, many years, and a place of your hard work, so thank you on behalf of the entire city. And lastly, as your 44th mayor here, I do want to pay homage to Mayor Lee, who really had the vision of this project, was a huge supporter from the beginning, and continued to be a huge supporter until his untimely and early passing away last year. And I know he would have been so incredibly proud to be here today more than anything. So to Mayor Lee, to all of you who have made this happen, and to the future of San Francisco, congratulations, everyone.
Thank you, Mayor Farrell. Speaking of Mayor Ed Lee, it made me bring back memories of Moscone West. When he was the director of DPW, he oversaw that project. And here we are, and then kick-started the financing for Moscone expansion here. And it's just thank you for the tribute to Mayor Lee. Up next, we have Joe D'Alessandro from SF Travel. We've had a lot of conversations with Joe about the refreshing of Moscone and making sure that we stay on time and on budget. And we'll be working together to improve this facility. We've got to make sure that we always have money for that, Joe. So up next, Joe D'Alessandro.
Thank you, Naomi. And I don't know why you looked at me when you said the on budget part. This is a great day. We have been looking forward to this for a very long time, topping off of this construction project, this incredible project for San Francisco, and as the mayor said, for the future of San Francisco. We've been talking about this for about 7 years. There's been a lot of you in the audience. Lynn Farzaroli has been managing this project on behalf of the Moscone Expansion District, and others have been talking about this for a very long time. And only 10 more months left, and we're going to open the doors to this incredible new building, not only an expanded building, but a very much improved building. An improved building for the delegates who are going to walk through these doors and experience their convention. An improved building for this neighborhood. It's much more neighborhood friendly. It's a much better piece of building and design for the people of San Francisco, and we're very excited about that. So on behalf of San Francisco Travel, I want to thank all of you for your role in making this happen. It's been a great day. It's a great opportunity for us to really celebrate the future. This project has really been a team effort, a public and private partnership between the Moscone Expansion District, formed by the hotel community, and the city and county of San Francisco. It's very unique where the city and the hospitality industry come together to not only talk about this project and make it happen, but also to provide the funding for it. This is a very unique, only in San Francisco type of project. The complicated construction was executed to keep Moscone up and running throughout the project. That's never been happened before. We expand this major building while there's meetings and conventions happening here all the time. The patience of the construction too, the patience of Bob and his team here to make sure that this is all working for the delegates, the customers, to make sure it's seamless as possible during this construction is unheard of, but it's happening here in San Francisco. San Francisco welcomes over 24 million visitors each year, and more than 20% of those visitors pass through these doors. Come here to San Francisco because of this building and spend millions and millions of dollars in our economy and creating thousands of jobs. It is important that San Francisco stays competitive with the expanded and upgraded convention facilities, and this project has achieved just that. When this project is complete, we will have over 500,000 square feet of contiguous exhibit space, more than 80 meeting rooms, a visitor information center, and many upgraded neighborhood amenities. I am happy to welcome you here today to see this major celebration and a major milestone in this project. I want to congratulate the great teams that are here, the city, Skidmore, Owens and Merrill, and WebCorps, who really worked together through some very tough times to get this project, as Naomi said, on time and on budget, but also to make sure that it was the best project it can be, and a building that we, all San Franciscans, can be very proud of. We look forward to gathering here in just 10 months from now to celebrate the dedication of the finest building and the finest convention center in the United States. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It's a great day to celebrate. Thank you very much for being here.
So before I bring up Public Works, I want to just thank some of the department heads who are here today. Tom Huey, the Director of Building Inspection. Thank you for helping us with the permits. John Noguchi, our Director of Convention Facilities. Nadia Sase, our former Director of Public Finance, who helped form the MED, and now our Director of the former Redevelopment Agency, OCII. I have to, as we're about to bring up Mohammed, I have to really thank Edgar Lopez and Brooke Mabratu. Their leadership, the construction project managers, working day in and day out to make sure that this project will open up on time, managing all the contracts, managing the finances, managing SF travel. I'm just kidding. Making sure and working with the hotel industry to make sure that we deliver this beautiful building. And so with that, their fearless leader, Mohammed Nuru, I'd like to bring up.
Morning, and thank you, Naomi. Thank you, Mayor Farrell. Well, it's happening. Can you feel it? Yeah, right? Really? Yeah. 3 years ago, when we broke ground on Moscone Expansion Project, we knew we had a long road ahead. And today, we're almost there. Today's beam raising celebration for the final phase marks the final sprint. One of the components of the Moscone Expansion Project that I'm most excited about is the improvements to the public realm. When the project is done and the crews pack up, we will see and feel a different neighborhood. One that's safer, one that's more beautiful, and one that's more inviting. The changes are the result of a strong partnership that project team forged with residents, business owners, and Yerba Buena and South of Market neighborhoods. Community members stepped up from day one to work with the project team to make sure our focus was just not buildings, but that it's also about making the surrounding area and public spaces better for everyone. Long before construction started, we were giving shape to the project. We held dozens of community meetings and met with people in small groups and one-on-one to cement a vision to improve Moscone's connection to the neighborhoods. The conversations weren't always easy, and that's for sure. Everybody wanted all sorts of stuff, but they were productive and effective. And at the end of the day, this will be a better neighborhood. Pedestrian-friendly space will replace the 25,000 square feet of surface parking, exits and ramps that were all out here on Howard Street. The project will add more than 8,000 square feet of public new open space, including a dynamic new tot lot play area for younger children, as well as a new learning garden and landscaping around the Children's Creativity Museum and the Carousel. For anyone who visits the area or lives here, we know the demand for more family play space is high. The expansion project also includes a number of urban design streetscape elements to make the surrounding streets and sidewalks safer and more pleasing for people who walk and bike around here. 3rd Street will have a widened sidewalk, a new space for shops and dining to enliven the street scene. Howard Street is being redesigned to knit together both sides of the street. The bones of a new landscape bridge went in over Howard Street near 4th Street to connect the north and south portions of Yerba Buena Gardens. The enclosed East Bridge went in last month and will house public art by Leo Villarreal. when completed. Leo Villarreal is the artist that did the lights on the Bay Bridge. The experience crossing Howard Street at ground level will be much, much more pleasant. The buildings themselves will play with light and feel less bulky to allow for a more visually appealing and friendly environment. The Moscone expansion has given us once-in-a-generation opportunity to make sure that this major convention center, which hosts more than 1 million visitors a year, enriches the area. That was the vision, and I'm confident that we will deliver that vision. As others mentioned before me, this has been a real team effort working with city, residents, businesses, and property owners. This also wouldn't be possible without the support of our friends at SF Travel and the Moscone Expansion District, and of course our construction team, Webcor. I know you can see their sign over there, real big, Webcor. Where's the Webcor? What happened to Public Works and the rest of the team? Make sure our sign is up there. Okay. I also want to thank our mayor, who was really part of this project when it started, Mayor Farrell, of course, our city administrator, Naomi Kelly, all the public works project management and construction management teams, led, of course, by our city architect, Edgar Lopez, who's sitting in the crowd there, Ron Alameda, our project managers, Brooke Mobratu and Yusufu Bohomama. All those guys worked really hard to make sure this project will be delivered. And yes, Mayor Farrell, on time and on budget. Thank you very much.
Before I bring up Webcor, there's 4 people out in the audience that I'd be remiss if I did not give a shout out to and just thank them for their advice on everything Moscone, their advocacy for tourism in San Francisco. And that's Rick Swig, who thank you very much for being here today. He's on Moscone Expansion District and part of SF Travel. Iquan, thank you very much, with the Cal Academy of Sciences, part of SF Travel. Rodney Fong, who was a part of this project from the beginning, part of SF Travel. And then I'd also like to thank Mark Soltis for with SMG and your leadership in working with us to make sure that this project was running smoothly. And so up next, I'd like to introduce Tony Rango, who serves as Senior Vice President and Chief Operating Officer of Webcor Builders. I think up next he's going to get, after he finishes speaking, a DPW banner, an SF Travel banner, and a Moscone Expansion District banner up there on that bridge. Excellent, excellent. All right. And he'll pay for it.
It definitely is a big sign. Well, first of all, thank you very much. I was talking to Spencer Reiner, who's one of our project executives on this project, and we were awarded pre-construction back in December 2012. So 5 years later, we're here today. And one thing I've realized in construction, it's all about planning and partnerships and relationships. And I could say we have this on this job. I want to give specific thanks to Lynn, Brooke, Webcor supervisors, our subcontractors, SOM, and Mark Cavernaro for a great team effort to date. It's been amazing. A couple facts about the job. We've already expended 1.2 man hours to date. Right now, we have an average of 170 workers with 22 different subcontractors on the job. So that just tells you the coordination that's been involved. Our safety record to date has been very good, and so life safety is the main force of what we do in construction on an everyday basis. The team has removed, this is an amazing fact, the team has removed over 48 million pounds of construction debris through demolition operations. We constructed a below-grade bridge that carries the load for Howard Street. The total project has over 7,000 tons of structural steel. And obviously, we just erected the second bridge. We have 2 bridges spanning over Howard Street, and I was asking Brooke earlier, I can't think of another bridge of this size that spans a thoroughfare in San Francisco, so it's an amazing feat to date. Thing I'm really proud of is phase 0, phase 1, and phase 2, we hit our dates. That's a huge team effort, and we're on target to hit December of 18 for the last phase. what we talked about earlier, we did all this with conventions performing on a daily basis. I think we had 26 conventions on a yearly basis, so over 4 years. It's over 100 conventions that we built around. So a lot of planning, a lot of foresight, and that's not easy to do. So I think what I want to say back to my original statement was you can't do this without a relationship. You can't do this without planning, and you can't do that with trying to get along on a daily basis. So thank you for everybody. Appreciate it.
Okay, so as we conclude, Joe D'Alessandro just gave me a fact that in 2019, because of this expansion, we have more hotel rooms booked than in the history of San Francisco. And so just want to thank you, everyone, for being part of that. So, all right, so this is the time where we are going to start our topping out ceremony. The final beam is right there. It'll be hoisted in place after all of us get a chance to sign it, so we'll walk over there and sign. And so please join me in signing the beam, and then we'll walk across the street and watch it being hoisted up above us.